Hi guys, we're live, and yes, it's my match reaction to Arsenal's game against Leeds last night. We've got Nuri here, obviously Spurs fan, so but he can't talk to me this weekend. But yeah, I'm gonna just raise something just before we get into it. Might not be a bit with it actually, but there you go. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, this is I've had the COVID vaccine this morning. Right. I'm still breathing. Right. I'm still breathing. I haven't dropped dead yet. So yeah, I've had no issues, no real issues at the minute, but I'll probably get a dead arm, but that's about it really. But yeah, no problems whatsoever. And yeah, the next one is back in May, some soon. But yeah, it just proves you go and get it done. Get it done, right? So, but yeah, moving on. Arsenal obviously 4-2 winners against Leeds last night. Yeah, Nui, give us your thoughts on the game.
I think it just shows that obviously they can play together, even when you do have Willian come on. So it's I don't know what it is. I mean, Aubameyang looked like he was playing very well. He obviously got the hat trick in the game, and yeah, I mean, it just seems like I think a lot of Arsenal fans will be asking, well, where was this before, sort of thing? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, if they can do it. Or is it because, I mean, was Leeds that bad? I mean, I don't think so. I mean, first half, yes. I mean, they weren't like very clinical. I mean, it just seemed like the second half they sort of picked up a bit after the fourth goal. But yeah, I mean, all in all, was a good game, exciting for the neutral, and lots of goals, which we love to see.
Yeah, I was bits. Just I went for a 2-2 draw to be conservative, but I did say a suspicion where the way Leeds played that it could be an open game. Connor, what do you think of the game itself overall?
Fantastic. Probably the best first half Arsenal played this season. You can make a case for the first half against Wolves, but they didn't really take their chances against Wolves. And this is what happens when you get in a good position. But the only problem I have is Arteta again. He had Pepe and Martinelli on the bench. He decided to bring on Willian. I just don't understand. I think.
And El Nini.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, yeah, you're 4-0 up, you're cruising, but I would go for it. Why not? You know that Leeds can concede goals. They've conceded more than they've scored, and they're mid-table. You know, it's a good opportunity to go out there and give them something. But again, I don't know why. Maybe he's got an eye on the game against Benfica. But the only issue I have is that this pressing game that they've got, I don't think they'll be able to keep it up now with the Europa League back. It's so. And especially, Man City's the next Premier League game as well. So, yeah. I mean, it was a fantastic first half, but whether they'll be able to keep it up, because those players are not used to playing that way, and it'll take a lot out of them. So, yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing a first half like that from Arsenal until a couple of weeks' time, I reckon. Again.
Yeah, I'll make you right, but everyone that is in chat in a minute, hit that like button, right? Get it done now. We need up to 20 likes. Get people involved as well. Share this out while we're live as well. Get people involved as well. But yeah, I think I would expect it to be more suited to Arsenal the way they play. Because they don't play low. When it comes to low block football, we struggle to do anything. I mean, you saw that against Villa. You've seen that in many other games before. But playing so open, I think it did do is release Aubameyang, for example. Right, Aubameyang had all the time in the world to do what he wanted, and when you give him that time and space, right, you're asking for trouble. Their keeper could have been better. I mean, some of the I think Bellerin's goal should never snuck in that that gap. It should never have done that. But overall, I mean, I can fault Arteta in the substitutions, right? Especially straight after we we concede 2 goals, and then and we know how Arsenal are falling apart. But overall, it was a very impressive performance, and he technically and tactically outplayed Bielsa. So
But he also ain't a fan. I don't know why everyone goes on like he's some fantastic manager. He's not. I don't know anyone who can get praised for getting when they got beat by Man United. 6-2? He was praised. Why would anyone get praised for getting beat 6-2? I've never. It's ridiculous. He's the most overhyped manager. He's a fantastic coach, but he's won absolutely nothing. And he's been at Bilbao, Marseille. He hasn't won anything, so I don't understand why.
That's the thing. I don't know too much about him. But I did have a feeling like if surely Bielsa was all this, shouldn't we know about him by now? Because even Guardiola was gone on about it, and I'm like, why you're going on about him being such a great manager? So why didn't he challenge you before and not the top level of football?
Well, he was with. I mean, how many years was he with Leeds before he actually bought him up? Because I'm sure it's.
He was there for about 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. So he bottled it the first season in the playoffs.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
They should have came up the season before, but they bottled it.
Yeah, and then there was the one where they had the sort of like 2-horse race with Norwich in the Championship. And yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, I don't see.
Yeah, no. At least they didn't finish third in their 2-horse race.
They finished second.
Yeah, I know. At least they didn't finish third.
The interesting thing is that
Championship different, mate. Premiership different.
He only signs 1-year deals, Bielsa. Every year he renews it by 1 year. That's all he does. So I think, and I heard apparently what's going to happen is he will leave at the end of the season. But the only issue is now they're going to have to find a new manager who either plays the same way. And then they're going to have to recruit quite a lot of players because it's going to take a lot out of the players.
They already did a lot of recruitment during the last window.
Yeah,
but they haven't got any new defenders in to come in.
Yeah, they need new defenders. To be honest, if they play like that next season, teams will find them out offensively, and when the goals dry up because of it, right, they'll be exposed at the back. And yeah, it's all right doing it in your first season, but the second season, you can't.
Sheffield United.
Yeah.
I
think Sheffield United have tried to play the same way this season, and they've been caught out. And that investing as well has just led them to where they are now. But yeah, but I think in terms of Arsenal, it's nice that we've got that was usually a side we'd end up drawing or losing against. To be honest, if it was during that run before the Chelsea game, which one of the games were, I wouldn't have predicted a win or a draw. So there is improvement there, but it's consistency. I want them to go do that next week. Yeah. Right, Aubameyang, you scored 3 goals. Great. I want you to do it next week. Do it next week and a week after that. And we know he's got the ability to.
I just don't think no one's got a chance to touch on Man City this season. It's just they're just on this absolutely amazing run, and that like they keep saying, what Guardiola's done with Gundogan is just absolutely immense. You know what? Obviously, I've watched Bundesliga pretty much all my life, but I've never seen Gundogan play like that, even at Dortmund. And it's just absolutely incredible. And he obviously played on the Klopp. He played on the Tuchel. You know, I've never sort of seen him as that player. I mean, he's been good for the national team as well for Germany. But yeah, he's just like something sort of injected into him like this time round. And he just looks absolutely unstoppable at the moment.
I'll make you absolutely right. I mean, yeah, we're down on the likes, people. Come on, let's get people in here and smash that like button. But what we'll do now is I'll get into the player ratings for this. So we will go with was Bernd Leno? Yeah, Bernd Leno was in goal, wasn't he? So Bernd Leno didn't have anything to do, really, did he?
Didn't have anything to do.
He did concede 2 goals.
Yeah, he did concede 2 goals.
Yeah, he did concede 2 goals in a sense. Were they particularly his fault?
No, I don't think so.
The first one, that header was just way too powerful.
Yeah,
That was
I think WWE should have done better with that,
Expectation.
to be honest.
yeah. And that's what worries me because that came from a set piece. It came from a corner, didn't it?
yeah.
And that's the thing. People going, "Oh, he's such a great coach." Well, if he's such a great coach, we shouldn't be conceding from corners, right? We shouldn't be conceding from corners. Like if he's such a good coach, you should be able to train him not to concede from corners. It's simple as that.
Yeah.
So, but Leno, I'm gonna give him what, a 6.
I would say, yeah. I was going to actually say 7, but yeah, 16 fair.
Yeah, well, he did concede 2 goals, to be honest. Even if it wasn't their fault, it's still 2 goals. So, Vel, which one? What are you going for?
Oh, I'm going in between 6.5.
Oh, what is it? 6.5. I'm going to start banning this in a minute. Right, stuff this half shit. Right, Connor.
5. I mean, yeah, it's average. He had nothing to do, but then again, he still conceded 2 goals. So,
Okay. Yeah, we'll move on then to just get this comment in. Hi lads, sorry, I'm just working, but I'll be back soon. Bargav says a 5. Right, yeah, get your comments in as well. Let me know if you agree or disagree. We go with Hector Bellerin.
I hate Leeds. How
What?
could you let Bellerin score?
Nah. He was alright. He wasn't very much exposed, to be honest. I would say he dealt with it okay. Right, he had a decent performance. I mean, I don't like the guy at all, but you've got to say he had a good performance. I wouldn't say it's an 8, but
No, I think I'll probably go 5.
7. I was gonna go 7, to be honest. He had a good game.
Yeah, 7 is fair.
Yeah, I think all right then. Yeah, 7. That's fine.
Connor.
I think second half he was a lot worse. That's because I think Leeds came out a bit more at Arsenal. But I mean, yeah, good first half performance. But whether he can keep producing those types of performances and getting forward the way he was, that type of run he made to score, I've never seen him do. So again, if he can actually keep getting forward like that, yeah, that's good. But you know, it's a 7. Yeah, good performance.
Okay, yeah, so 7 then. We move on. Yeah, I know he scored a goal, but like it's been a lot better than it was. I'll put it that way. Like I never thought I'd give Bellerin a 7 ever again. Like, just be honest. David Luiz. Sideshow Bob.
I think he could have done better with the first goal Leeds scored.
Yeah.
Got out muscled too easily.
Yeah, you're right there. I'll give him 5 for that. Right, because you should be doing better at corners. You should be dealing with it. Yeah, but apart from that, apart from actually that mistake, there wasn't not much else, I'd say. Yeah, so I'd say 5. I would have given it a 6 if it weren't for that mistake.
5.5.
Connor?
4. I thought he was dreadful. I think Bamford, if you see him in the first half, he was always on David Luiz. And I know they didn't really get out that much, Leeds, but David Luiz struggled against Bamford. And if you're struggling against Bamford, I mean, I don't know what that tells you about yourself. And obviously the goal that he made the mistake for. So, yeah, 4.
4. Okay. Velvet Swan, what are you saying?
I'll give him a 5. Just, 4. I would have given him a 6, but he was the reason for the first goal for Leeds. And like Connor said in the first half, Bamford was onto him.
Yeah, I'll go with 5 in the middle. Yeah, it's a 16 too. It's too high. It's too high. Let me have a look. Who we got next? Rob Holding.
Did he play? I thought it was Gabriel.
I think it was Gabriel, wasn't it?
No, it's Gabriel. I do apologize. No, it's Gabriel. What am I thinking? Right.
I think Rob Holding
There
should
you
have
go.
started again instead
Gabriel.
of David Luiz.
What are we
I'll
saying
say
about Gabriel?
conservative 5.
Conservative 5. Connor?
Yeah, he was the better centre back, definitely. Yeah, 5.
Well, for me, he was the better centre back, so I have to give a 6 if I gave David Luiz a 5.
Yeah, 6 as well for me.
Yes, 6. And he started to his way back in after that, having that time out with COVID and that. So, who we got next? Cedric. I haven't got a picture of him actually. No, I haven't. Oh well, no miss. Oh no, I have. There he is. Cedric Suarez on the left. Not bad game.
I think
Played
he
well.
done well.
Yeah, I think he did well. Helping out with Smith Rowe on the left because Smith Rowe was on the left, wasn't he? And Saka was on the right, and he was helping out on that left-hand side quite a bit. So
He contributed to the 4th goal where he tackled Helder Costa.
Yeah, so I'd give him a 7.
7, yeah.
Yeah, Connor.
I'll give him an 8. I think to be playing left back where he doesn't normally play and putting in a shift and contributing to goals and 8. I thought it was fantastic. Behind Aubameyang and Saka, I thought it was the best, one of the best players on the pitch.
Yeah, I hear that. That's why if my 7 would have been like if it's between 7 and 8. But I think 7's fine to be honest. Let's move to where are we? Granit Xhaka.
I thought it was brilliant.
Dominated the midfield.
Yeah, I mean, he won a lot
really
of
good.
goals. And I think I know Aubameyang had that chance for the 4th goal because he could have gone for himself, but he actually passed it to Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Really unselfish from Xhaka.
I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, 8. I thought he was really, really good.
Yeah. 8 is really good. Ceballos.
Got the assist.
Brilliant assist as well.
Got the assist as well. Again, I've got to give him an 8. It's a fantastic, really good performance. Just I wish they could do this every week and we'd be laughing. But yeah, we moved to Smith Rowe on the left. Got an assist, didn't he?
Yeah, I'll give him an 8.
Yeah, I'll give him an 8 as well. He played really well, to be honest. Got an assist.
7.
Really contributed all over the pitch. 8 for me. Do you guys agree?
Yeah, I would say 7. I think he still looks quite tired because he has some really sloppy passes.
That's my only issue. That's why when I came out of the lineup, I wasn't happy with him starting because he needs a break. But yeah, that's just me though. We'll go with who are we going with next? Let's take that down. Who was in the middle? It was Odegaard. What are we giving for him?
Probably a 6. I thought it was good, but he didn't really.
Good.
I mean, I think he was playing. He was dropping back quite a lot, and I don't think that suits him as much. He's got to be. If you wanted to play that number 10, you need to be in and around that box, that type of quality, like Ceballos, that type of pass. That's what he's capable of. If you don't get him in those positions, then he won't.
Yeah, honestly. So I give him a 7, but it's more like 6, 7. Like I'm giving him a generous 7.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6s.
Yeah. Oh, okay. We move to
Saka.
on the right. Saka on the right. This guy's just immense. I'm sorry.
He gets a 9 for me. Absolutely superb on the pitch, driving at the defenders, winning penalties, and he's your best player this season.
That first penalty wasn't a penalty. I think people were saying it's a penalty, but it wasn't a penalty. I don't know how. I think he was already going down anyway.
He wasn't going down.
Well, I don't think it was a penalty.
Why would he go down when he was full on goal?
Well, no.
If
He
if
was
he
already
didn't
off
go down, then
balance.
if he didn't go down without that contact, he would have been through on goal, scoring goals.
His knee, all the defender, the knee brushed him, but it wasn't enough to go down. I think that's a bit, and I think Saka knew exactly what he was doing as well. The second one, obviously, no doubt about that. But the
It was
reason why
good pressing from him.
the goalkeeper actually went for the ball. That's why the goalkeeper didn't get any cards.
I've seen him give him. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, but I just don't. I think if Leeds had that, if let's say Bamford went down, that Arsenal fans would be going, "That's not a penalty." So you've got to keep consistent. You can't, And I know Saka's quite a small, and you will touch him, he will go down. But I think the way his body and the way he was running, I think
Well, Leeds should have had a penalty as well when they were 4-2 down. They should have got a penalty with Bamford. So, but yeah, for me, he gets a 9. For me, this guy's just so great. He's such a talent. I just wish we can invest in a squad so we can give him the future he deserves.
You need to, because you need the Arsenal
Yeah,
to
you need
elevate.
to. So otherwise, teams are going to be hunting for him. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give him 9. What do you say?
Yeah, 9
as well.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And then we go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang.
Well, you can only give him
Really
10.
good.
Really, can't
Yeah,
you?
because quality performance. Right, really shows that you give him the chances, he'll score the goals. Right, there's no doubt about that. He will put them away. Bargaz already said a 10. Yeah, you can't give him. You got to give him a 10. Right.
This is the Aubameyang we want for the start of the first game.
Well,
this is the Aubameyang who gets double digits up to this point.
Yeah, that's the thing, and this is what we've been missing. So it's just hope we can just do that every week, and then we won't have a problem. But I do feel it's more the fact that Leeds were very open rather than us breaking them down. But we'll have to see that in the next game, which is the next game's City, so we can't really see that in that one, to be honest.
Where do you want him, up top or as a left-sided?
Left.
Left.
On the left.
So
he scored most of his goals on the left.
Yeah.
I don't get this why people want him in the centre when majority of his goals all throughout his career come from the left.
Exactly.
So
I think just his dribbling ain't that great, to be honest.
Playing both ESR and Odegaard won't work for long. Yeah, that's the thing. It won't work for long, and then what do we do from there? But yeah, we'll go into the. I think we have to, but Willian. I'm not even putting his name up. Willian.
Do we have to give him a rating?
Didn't make any difference, did he?
I think when he came on, the Leeds scored 2 goals.
Yeah, it literally felt like we were down to 10 men. I said it. We come on. We might as well give in had Smith Rowe sent off. Right. I think the only plus side of that is that that he wasn't banned. If it's a sending off, you're not banned for the next game.
You know your match with Benfica on Thursday? Is it in Portugal or in a different country?
No, it's in a different country.
Italy and Greece. That's the two latest.
Italy and Greece.
Italy and Greece. Yeah, so just leave Willian there and just come back.
Yeah, I wish. Stand of 5. That's being generous.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll go with now Mohamed Elneny.
I think a standard 5. Didn't have
standard 5. Yeah. Was there one substitution? I don't think there was there?
I think there was one.
I think there was one.
Pepe Martinelli, they didn't come on, did they?
No. I don't think it was.
I know there were Holden did come on, but for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Holding, I'm not even going to give him a rating for that.
A rating, can you?
Manager Mikel Arteta, what are you giving him?
I'm going to give him a 6. I mean, it was a fantastic first half, but the second half dropped the standard. And I think a team like Arsenal have to do it over 90 minutes. Because if that was a better team than Leeds, it could have been, if they scored one more, it would have been bite your nails time for Arsenal. So, fantastic. If you're going to judge out the first half, a good 8 or 9, but on the second half, a 5 or 6. So, you actually a 7 is probably fair for Arteta.
I was going to give him an 8 because we've been waiting for that sort of performance for a while. So I'm not expecting Arsenal to do over 90 minutes the way we're playing.
But the real test will be against City.
Yeah, the real test is against City, but for that game, like he should, for me, he should get an 8.
Yeah.
Because especially when you've been moaning for them to play like that, and then you play like that, and you still don't give him anything. Guy locked out playing. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, but Barga, we've been asking him to play like this for a while, and he goes up and plays like this, and we're still marking him down. So as much as I'm Arteta out, you see, for me, it was a good. It was a good display by the manager, and even the substitutions could have been better, but in the end, it didn't affect really the result. To be honest,
there's 2 problems with the fan base at the minute, because they're focusing now. Oh, we're only a couple of points behind Spurs, and that's the sort of achievement in itself, which it is a little bit. But you should focus on what's going on at your own club than other clubs. The other issue is: are people going to forget what's happened in recent weeks? Aubameyang's been absolutely shocking the last few weeks since he's come back. I know he's had personal issues. Against Villa, I thought he was dreadful when he came on. Dreadful.
Yeah.
But people now, hat-trick, he's fantastic play. Same with Xhaka. A few weeks ago, everyone hates him. Everyone loves him now. There's no. If you're gonna, I want him out of my club, and I want him gone. And in the next game, he's got a start. He's fantastic. He's putting in the shift. I can see the improvement. When last week and the week before that and the week before that, you wanted him out. And people were sending death threats and stuff like that, which we have seen.
Which we don't condone.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I know. I mean, Aubameyang, I've joked the fact when he's not turned up and that, but I know there's a goal scorer in there. We're just not. He's just in a poor run of form.
Mind you, the goalkeeper did help him out yesterday. I thought the goalkeeper was dreadful.
Yeah, but I do. If he doesn't build confidence from that, because that's his first hat-trick in the Premier League, I believe, for Arsenal, or his first in his Arsenal career.
Yeah, first Premier League hat-trick.
Well, even then, if he doesn't kick on from that, I don't know what's going to make him kick on. But there you go. I don't know what you expect. Ads is in the building. How are you?
Not bad.
I'm okay, mate. You give me 2 minutes. I've just had a COVID vaccine, so I might be feeling a bit iffy. But I'm okay for now. But what do you think of the game, Arsenal Leeds?
Well, I think you guys should have held down a clean sheet, but that's not going to happen because it's Arsenal. Because your defense is wank. Louise was atrocious. I don't know what he was doing yesterday. This is why I talk about your defense, because everyone gasses up these players when they go through form, and then as soon as they dip into a trash run of form, everyone's like, oh yeah, but no, I've always been saying this, I've always been saying that about these players. But you can't blame the manager for that. The defenders are at fault for all the goals yesterday that they conceded. The 2 goals they conceded were all their fault yesterday. Obviously, yes, your goalkeeper, maybe he could have done better, but what I'm trying to say to that is, this is what I mean. You need centre backs in the summer.
Yeah, I hear that. Is my issue, say, with the first goal is that yes, though the defenders are poor, you should be able to teach them how to defend a corner better than that.
Come on, Steve. The position.
I mean, so overall, Arteta had a really good game, and I gave him an 8. And he's done really well in that game.
And I'll criticize. I will say this right now because I'm used to something called zonal marking, I'm used to that bullshit, but you know, the positioning system in the Premier League, in for most teams is pretty shit, to be honest with you. So that's why I can actually say that it's not all the manager's fault, because the players need to understand what's at the division actually in, and realize how important it is not to concede goals, because goal difference is going to be wacky for Arsenal at the end of the season. They keep doing this, like going on dominant first halves, 4-0 in the first half, and then you man can see two goals that shouldn't have been conceded. Like, of course, you guys won. It was like obviously a 2-goal cushion, but it should have been a 4-goal cushion at 90 minutes. So
Yeah, I mean, it could also have been a 4-3 if Bamford got his penalty, which he usually deserved.
I agree.
So those people that saying there's a conspiracy, we might want to take a look at that decision.
yeah, no,
You
that's
know what I
funny,
mean? Yeah, like we get a penalty that comes to us, right, and then like they get pretty much the same sort of scenario, yet they don't get one, and it's just
Yeah.
like kills the conspiracy out the window.
Oh, Aubameyang yesterday though, brilliant. And
Yeah,
I know what you're saying about how there's always been a goal scorer in him. I completely 110% agree. There's always going to be a goal scorer in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. It's just his consistency and the consistency of his ambition. If he can just keep his ambition 100% flowing throughout the whole season, then he'd literally be one of the best attackers in the world. He would.
I also feel there's that it's the way Leeds played, it left him a lot of space.
Yes.
Rather than playing the low block, they tried to play out and play football, and that was at their detriment, because you give someone like Aubameyang space, you know what he's going to do. So
that's why he beat them 6-2. Like, all our midfielders could just flow. Like, we have McTominay, Fred and Bruno, who all, they can all do their own thing in that type of style of play against an opposition like that, because we didn't need to work. Of course, we needed to work as a team who were at that moment 10th in the league, and they made us work. But at the same time, to get the early goals, they dozed off and tried to play their own game, and they got countered. And McTominay scored 2 goals in 2 minutes. And the thing is, Fred has pace, McTominay has a little bit of pace, and Bruno has pace, and Bruno's in a position for him to realistically not even have to run that far if they're playing a high line, which they were against us, and that's why they conceded so much, because we weren't getting trapped by the offside trap. We weren't even having an ounce of offside. We were always onside and always scoring when we had the chances, and we did that. That's why we beat them 6-2. But Leeds will score in a fashion. Even if they lose by a lot, they'll score at least 2 goals. That's just how they play, innit?
Yeah. I do feel that when it comes to next season, it could end up that if they get found out offensively, then if they don't invest in their defense, then they could be in serious trouble.
I agree.
I think the main thing for them in the summer is getting new centre backs and a new defence. But Leeds. We've got Leeds. We've played Leeds. Sorry. Now we've got Benfica actually first in Europa League. Do you see Arsenal beating Benfica over 2 legs?
Yeah. You know what? I'd say what I'd actually say is like one edged win, so like a 1-0 for like the second game, but complete thrashing in the first one. I just see that happening. Just more realistic.
Yeah.
I just see that happening. But yeah, man, I think you should do well. Should be beating them.
Connor, do you think we could beat Benfica over 2 legs?
Well, you should do. I mean, I've heard that they've only conceded 14 or 16 goals in the league this season, and they've got Vertonghen and Otamendi and 2 centre backs. So good.
They've still got Grimaldo and Grimaldo is a
left back, and then they've got quality. Adolfo actually plays for them as well, so I'll look out for him. But no, I'm. Yeah, they should beat them over 2 legs. I mean, they struggled against Rangers and some Belgian team group stages. So, yeah, and I don't even think they're top. I think Sporting Lisbon are top in that league anyway. So,
yeah, they are.
Yeah, so if Arteta gets it right, he should do.
But their manager was the one who managed that Flamengo. You know, in that Club World Cup that Liverpool played, and they got to the final.
Yeah,
that was it. He used to manage them in that. He managed them in that final. I think this is his first season with them because he left.
He's a manager.
He's a very good manager.
Yeah, that George Jesus, I think his name is. Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Anyway, I think there's not too much else other than that at the minute. I mean,
Ask a question, Steve, about the attackers in the game. Who do you think you'll play in the front line against Benfica?
I think it more likely would. I'd probably like to see Odegaard there because Smith Rowe is really looking burnt out at the minute. He played well yesterday, but even then he still looked very tired. Saka, Martinelli,
I think Saka needs a rest.
and Lacazette. I think Lacazette would be more beneficial for this game.
Yeah.
Rather than Aubameyang. So I'd put Lacazette up front.
But Balogun?
No.
I'd like to say Balogun would like to be on the bench, but
I was going to say that as well.
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing with him. He's probably more likely going to put Nketiah on the bench rather than Balogun.
Oh, Nketiah is just championship material.
Yeah.
All this shit about he's better than this and he's better than that, and then he plays poor. They say he's championship level, which he is. But don't just blow one way when the wind blows one way. Like, you have to keep consistent with your moves. And I know you have, Stephen. You've always said he's okay and he can do a job sometimes, but Premier League is never going to be his level, sadly.
No, that's why he was even struggling to get in the Leeds team when they were in the Championship, for goodness sake. And people going, "Oh yeah, he scored so many goals in the under-23s," and actually, someone alluded me to that. The reason he does that is because he's been in the under-23s too long. He's not moved up to the next level straight away like Saka, Foden.
He's older than Saka as well.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Saka's already moving up to that level of international football first team, whereas he's still struggling in the under-23s.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna go, boys. Take care of yourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up anyway, so because I need a break for 5 minutes. But yeah, thanks for everyone that's tuned in so far. And I'm back at 4. There's a new show coming, which is the Rest View. We're looking at all the key decisions over the weekend's games, right? Whether they're correct or wrong, and I'll give you a bit of an insight of what a referee needs to be looking out for. That's with Niall, Plymouth Argyle fan, who used to be at Grassroots FRE. So, that should be all fun. So make sure you tune into that. That's at 4:00. And until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, right? And we'll see you back at 4. And take care. Bye bye.